let's turn it right over into the Bad Boys LA. Now, this Bad Boys LA review, this Bad Boys LA episode rather, it was definitely interesting. So we left off this episode with the fight between Rio and Jonathan. And now I still for the life of me don't understand why this man thought that he had any kind of leverage on Jonathan. I mean, boy, what the fuck did you think? So we left off on that part. And you know, it was really between Milan and Jonathan. Milan backed up. We kept looking at that. Milan backed up, and then Rio and Jonathan proceeded. So they had about 3 different fights. They had the fight upstairs, then they had another fight downstairs, and then they had a fight outside. The clip I want to talk about is the second fight. The second fight after this man just knocked your ass out upstairs. Not just any knocked out. He knocked him. Jonathan knocked Rio out. Snatched his fucking hair. And he was doing it laughing while he was doing it. Snatched this dude fucking hair out. You come downstairs and you still want to bang? I said, okay. All right. So y'all check this out.
Mario that I beat up that came downstairs. And I'm like, bitch, what's up? I hit him with one. Boom! He done felt all across the room. And I had to clean him up. That's it. That's it. I got it. That's it. Grab. Back up.
What the fuck is going on? We the bad boys, so as soon as shit is going good, shit's about to go crazy.
We was on the ground for a long time. This time, I'm already fighting this big, stinking hippopotamus, and I got all these big ass securities on top of me. And I snatched his chain. His chain popped.
Neither one of them, they still hugging each other.
Watch out!
He rushed you. He rushed. See, that ain't the shit you said earlier today. See, that ain't the shit you said earlier today, bro. So he rushed you. Get off of him. Get off of him. No, we good. Breathe, Jonathan. Breathe.
Now, did y'all hear? Now, the only fucking friend that Rio had in this situation was this guy in the beard. Did you hear him sit there and try to tell him, bro, the only reason he rushed you is because of that shit you was saying, man. That shit you was saying earlier. Like somebody trying to talk sense into him. Make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all hear that shit. I was like, where was you at? That's how I know that Milan and him can't be real friends. Y'all can't be real friends in real life, and your buddy is getting his ass beat like this, and you are nowhere to be found. You're vain as fuck. Like, you definitely was trying to protect your look and your brand. And as we go on throughout this show, we get to see how you really look when you up against that fucking fire. Like this, like how you really look, like when it's the finale, like when it's time to meet up, we see how you really look. Now, granted, Rio, at least the nigga stood up. At least he went to toe. At least he was willing to fight. But again, you added yourself to the carry-on list. How many times you got to get your ass beat to know that you can't fucking fight? Like, this is not, you probably can fight, but this ain't the battle for you. Not this dude. This dude is tearing you apart. This dude is tearing him apart. Now look at the friend.
Watch out!
He rushed you. He rushed. See, that ain't the shit you said earlier today. See, that ain't the shit you said earlier today, bro. So he rushed you. Get off of him. Get off of him. No, we good. Breathe, Jonathan. Breathe. Let him breathe. Chill. So he rushed you.
Hold on, my car just shit on the ground. Hey, we got ID, my car.
Okay, get it up. Hey.
Now, this is the only time we saw a friend jump in on behalf of Rio, which was the dude in the cap hat. And so my thought was, that's your real friend, because that's the reaction of any fucking body and their friend getting tossed around like this. You gonna be right there. You saw no fucking Milan, which is fucking pathetic. Like, dog, you was trying to fight everybody this whole season. You brought this man. You literally did bring this man in here. I don't give a fuck what you say. You brought this man in here to fight your battle, and you couldn't even handle it. It got so fucking hot. You was nowhere to be found. And clearly we saw when it was time to go to war, as you was trying to do the whole show, you're nowhere to be found. So I thought that was very interesting that he won second and third. So that was the last two fights. I found that fucking interesting that he still continued to want to go bat to bat. So now let's get into the second clip that I thought was interesting. So this second clip is of, where's Milan? Milan, where the fuck you at? And what are you doing? So they finally catch up with Milan, and Milan has this old elaborate ass, bullshit ass reason as to why he is nowhere to be fucking found. And it's so pathetic to me.
Watching this guy Jonathan fighting over a room that I've been in is crazy, because I wasn't even gonna fight for this motherfucking room.
Pause. Wait a minute. Excuse me. You weren't gonna fight for this room. You know, when I do the flashback of the upload, I'm gonna put right in that scene when you and Anthony got into it. You damn near told Anthony, like, yo, bro, what's good?
TV.
Okay. I know you fucking lying.
It's my room, girl.
It's my fucking room.
It's nice.
This is definitely my room.
Yeah. My towels right here.
She playing a lot of games.
Okay.
And you heard me on the bus when I said this was my room.
Okay.
No, bitch, you're not that girl.
Go downstairs.
No, you're not that girl.
I got a chandelier for you. I got a chandelier for you. What you want to do?
Please stop playing.
What you want to do?
Please stop playing.
What you want to do?
Okay.
What you want to do? Huh?
Okay.
What's security? Girl, this is not your show. This is not your show.
Girl, hologram. Every motherfucking spirit here, knock his ass out.
I didn't have no problem with Anthony, but I had to do what I needed to do to check him on his shit.
Okay.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Okay. When you ready to go to your room, come get your motherfucking chain, you pussy ass.
You see how that works, though? You willing to do that shit to Anthony, but you ain't willing. But this is what you say now.
Because I wasn't even gonna fight for this motherfucking room.
When you thought about that now, so you just now decided that you wasn't fighting for the room when you saw your opponent, but beforehand you was down for it because you knew you bitch nigga shit. I'm telling you, we get to really see this guy like on some real shit. This is pathetic.
I'm gonna call the cops on this bitch. You pulled out a fire extinguisher, you're pulling out weapons. You got to get the fuck up out of this house. And I mean the fuck ASAP.
Let me go to my room real quick.
He got to get the fuck about this house. That's the same way people was thinking about you and how you was getting down. So I'm sitting here confused, like, why he got to get the fuck about the house? Oh, you mad because you didn't win a fight? You and your boy got your ass handed to you. No, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it from Milan past this episode in terms of him trying to pull some kind of weight anywhere. Like, bro, you don't get no more fucking leeway at all. You literally brought somebody into this house who got their ass whooped, and then now you're trying to play moral fucking detective, the moral cop. Now you all of a sudden you high and mighty. No. Like I fucking said, if you'd have came in a house that way, it would make sense to see you this way. But you came in a house on some, I got the biggest room, I'm the king of the bad boy house, all of this shit. So when they start adding people to this mix, it seems like that's becoming a little choppy. Oh, now you don't really care about the room, but you did, and now you don't. Milan, what the fuck are we doing? Like, let's cut the bullshit. Like, let's cut it already. I already see what's going on. This was supposed to be a stunt for you. This was supposed to be your opportunity to prove that you like this big nigga, and you didn't really see you did not see this shit coming. So then let's check this fake scene out. So Milan and Jonathan actually decide to talk. This shit was so fake as hell because you can tell that Milan is so fucking scared and terrified. He did not want to talk to him. And then
and my leg being fucked up, it kind of drags me back down to the spirit of This is why I was ready to go.
Okay. The real police out front. They gonna come.
I don't even know what you got going on. I'm
like
trying
you
to
just
talk
came
to
up here with somebody and thought that was
I'm trying to talk to you and tell we not
you
just
tried to,
fighting.
but your
I'm
people came
asking
up
you.
here and
That shit was ridiculous.
But
I
that
asked
was
you not to do that.
Y'all can talk.
Let me and Jonathan talk.
Y'all can talk.
I asked you not.
Are you yelling?
Bro, we talking.
You're yelling. You're not just talking. You're yelling.
Bitch, you scary. Bitch, you fake.
Now, listen to what Jonathan says about Milan. I think this is so fucking true. I think everything he's about to say is so true, and it's what I've been saying.
Bitch, you make believe. You do this shit for TV.
Y'all just talk. Y'all talk.
Come on.
No, it's good. No. Trey.
I'm not.
Jonathan, he ain't gonna do that. I know. It's one-on-one. Go ahead.
Jonathan, let's go in here and talk, bro.
I'll go in there first and I'll walk out. Come on. And I'm gonna walk out while y'all in here. Come on.
Go ahead.
I'm in here. Come on. I'm in here. Come on. And I'm gonna walk out while we talk about this shit. Hold on. I got you. Let them have them all.
If that wasn't some scary ass bullshit, are you kidding me? Anybody else you willing to pull to the side, step in a room, talk to him? Now you on some, you go first? Like, what kind of shit is that? Milan, this is definitely showing your fucking cards. Now, I have to say this. You have to know that Jonathan does know he's already sized up his opponent. He knows that he can give Milan the business. He knows that. If there was a bigger nigger, a bigger like dude than like Milan, than Jonathan would be moving a little bit different too. There's always somebody that can make your ass move a little bit different, shake your ass up. So unfortunately for Jonathan, Milan is not that. Milan is not that at all. In fact, Rio wasn't that either. So I think that Milan is like shit, and Jonathan is like, I'm with the shits, nigga. It's so interesting though, because you also, as this is going, you get to hear Milan say things that are reflective of behind the scenes, like, oh, this is set up. Oh, y'all know what y'all did. Oh, how did this happen like this? And I kept taking note of that. Like, yeah, all of this shit was, you thought you was good in the house and you thought this was set to make you look good. But Zeus and Natalie Nunn are running a show, and it's not just built off of Milan. If you thought Andrew Caldwell was going to be the only dude on this show getting to work, no, nigga. You are equally a part of that too. So now we get to the second day, next day, and then another fight kicks off. Now this fight is a little bit more deadly than the other fight because it involved a weapon. And it's just so funny how it all kicks off. We don't really get to see who came anywhere. All of the footage we got from this fight allegedly came from a camera phone. And you'll get to see how this plays out. Now, the interesting part of this is that Milan says if he'd have known that this was going on, he would have came downstairs. When? You'd have came downstairs the next day or after a couple hours? Because you wasn't, now you talking tough like you're going to do something. You didn't do that the other day when your friend was getting scraped on the ground. So now all of a sudden you tough. Y'all get into this clip. Crazy fool.
So I had a long night. Before I can even lay down, I hear a whole bunch of thumping, chairs all over the place. So I went to the balcony to see what was going on. I whipped out my camera phone. Next thing you know, I see Jonathan chasing this nigga around with a chair. This is the same dude that he was fighting at the party yesterday.
Are you fucking crazy? He came here, bust his head open with a fucking chair with 5 of his friends.
Rio tells me Jonathan just attacked me with a chair. I wish that I was downstairs when you came near.
This big, fat, nasty, stinking ass nigga, he picked up the chair, he swung it, he hit me with it. He hit me with it about like 3 times and I was blocking it with my hands the whole time. So I started trying to get away from him to tire his big fat ass out. And I ended up running in the house because my hand was leaking.
No. I'm sorry. This part right here, y'all. This part right here is killing me. I couldn't get past Milan.
Rio tells me Jonathan just attacked me with a chair. I wish that I was downstairs when you came near.
Do y'all see this shit? you wish you was downstairs, but you didn't do nothing the next day. It's hard for me to believe that if you was downstairs, you'd have done something. Like, what would you have done, Milan? What would you have done in that moment? Called the police? Like, to me, I just feel like the old fakeness of it all, bro. Like, you might as well let that shit go. We see you. We already see you. Now, does this make me want a dildo of him? Hell no. Does this make me want anything of him? No, it doesn't. A body of his ass part, none of that shit. It don't make me want none of that shit. Like, none of that shit. It goes out the window. It's like you not even being the real you. You can't even, like, at least I could fuck with you if you'd been like, yo, that wasn't my real nigga friend in the first place. I just brought him on the show. You know what I'm saying? But just to sit here and see your friend get dogged out, then the next day, like everybody always, if I was there, I would have did. Bitch, you was there. What you mean? You were there. You were in the room. You were literally foot in. And then now you all of a sudden, now if somebody fuck out, you will get, like, you're the friend that needs this ass whooped by his friend. Rio has every right to fuck you up too. He should have swung off on your ass. You brought him into this shit. I remember the fucking phone call you made to him when you said, I don't some shit going on in this house that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if these niggas try to jump me or something. So come. Okay, that implies that you got a guy that's about to come help fight for you.
Yeah, I can pull up. My homeboy Rio is in town. He's on his gangster shit, and I definitely need his help. It's more to it for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in this house with all these niggas. I done fought every nigga and whooped every nigga ass. And some new nigga then pulled up to the house, some big ass nigga. And I mean, I don't know him like that. I just feel like, I don't know if he trying to press me. This nigga Jonathan has me fucked up. I don't do this fake beef. I'm not sharing my room. But I also feel like, because I didn't whoop every nigga in this house, I don't have no alliances. I don't have nobody that got my back. And I'm definitely not, yeah, I'm definitely not letting none of these niggas try to link up and try to jump me or do no weird shit. So I need you to be here. Say less, I'm in there like Spoonbird. You know how we rock. Let's go.
And just to come to find out that he getting his ass whooped. This nigga getting Molly whooped. I mean, he literally came to the show and got his ass whooped. We already looked at him like, the fuck you finna do? And we saw, get them damn locked, them dreads pulled the fuck out. That shit was crazy to me. It's pathetic. It's pitiful to me. This is where we find out that Jonathan is no longer going to be on the show. And I could see now, logistically, as a business guy, a producer guy behind the scenes, I could understand why the decision had to be either Milan or Jonathan at this point. And because given that Milan has been consistently a part of this show, and that's sort of how they kicked this show off with him being a part of it, I see how they move forward with him. It sucks that Jonathan left this show, though. I think that he definitely was a bad boy. He definitely was way more entertaining than the rest of them. He brought the fucking smoke. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid of any of them, straight or gay. And I think that if anybody would have came in the house with that bravado, it should have been someone of Jonathan's magnitude. Not saying, you know, that the other ones couldn't carry it like that, but I think that he would have definitely led it a little further. Milan is fucking and breaking the chain. Weak as fuck. Milan weak as fuck. This shit is weak as fuck. So now we find out Jonathan is leaving the show, leaving us with Milan. So check this part out.
He hit me with that motherfucking chair, and I took that chair and got to beat his ass back with that chair. Bitch, you ain't gonna never hit me with no chair and think I ain't gonna get my league back. At the end of the day, y'all already know the baddest came up here, did my motherfucking thug thizzle. I'm about to go back to my salon, my business, that I'm really doing my shit. These motherfuckers is not no bad boys, and they not ready for me. I'm signing the fuck out this shit.
Now, do you think they wanted to get rid of him? I don't think they wanted to get rid of him, but I think they were faced with a choice between Milan and him, given that we already know that Milan said on camera multiple times, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. So I already knew, since he's not going to fight and these two have tension and he is not leaving that room, they already made a decision. Granted, he stayed in the hotel 2 nights. He stayed in the hotel last night that he went to the hotel. He pulled back up to the house. And he stayed in the hotel the first night. So he never really made it to the fucking room. They never really was going to give that room to him. They just wanted him to come in and cause drama. My thing is, why not have had all of that at the onset and then let us get, why build our affection or our affinity towards this character? And now he's fucking gone. Like now we have this stain of this character. We'll always say you wasn't saying that shit to Jonathan, to Milan, when Jonathan is gone. So I think they wasted a good person that could have been on this show. So Jonathan, it sucks that you leaving, but I really wish that you had a chance, and I hope you are at the reunion so that we can see what goes on. Now let's get into the fakeness of it. I gotta call Gutter to the motherfucking rug. So now the big drama is gonna be who called Jonathan and told Jonathan that there's no security at the house so he can pull up with his friends and hit him Rio with a chair. Who was the one? Because nobody else knew. You know, they didn't know that there was no security because apparently there was no security when he pulled up there and allegedly struck Rio with the chair. And what he's saying is Rio first grabbed the chair to hit him, and so he took the chair and hit him back. Whatever the case may be, it was only one Latino guy. And so apparently this is what happened. Now, I was very shocked at this scene because I'm like, damn, I thought Gutter was going to be like, yes, bitch, I called him and what? And what you going to do about it? I called him and what? He gave none of that.
He like, so what? There ain't no security in them there? I'm like, yeah, there's security here, bitch. We got that one little dude here, that fucking little skinny Mexican man, baby. You know, just walking. He was like, oh, for real? I see you soon, friend. I was like, okay, friend. Go see your buddy. Bitch, before he could see me, bitch, he saw Rio.
I'm not playing this stupid ass shit. This is fucking crazy.
Bitch, he clocking the head. Bitch, the middle part where the ball spot said, boom, boom, boom. Feel so bad for that old man.
Yeah. So as you can see, he's sitting right there as Milan is screaming at the top of his lungs, and he's not saying anything about whether this phone call, we get the phone call and a confession. And I'm like, damn, okay, so what, we're going to catch, when is that conversation? We know that's the next plot line. Who called? That drama is going to come. But my only question is Milan, are you going to do something about it? And Gutter, are you going to say something? Are y'all like, is this going to be hidden beef? Because now that we know the real them, I don't think Milan gonna do anything. What is he gonna yell at the top of his lungs? He's not. Well, I don't think he has the wherewithal to just go up and hit a nigga. I don't see that. And Gutter, I'm just shocked. You know, Gutter was very poppy. I just assumed he would say, "Yo, he called me. What the fuck? Like, there's no harm in that. He called me and said who's up there, and he came to the house. I mean, what the fuck? What's gonna happen? I don't see no issue in that at all. So Gutter told Jonathan to come back. Yeah, he told him to come back because he wanted to fight dude. He wanted to fight Rio, and there was no securities there. So, I mean, I don't know why Rio didn't call. I mean, I don't understand it at all. First of all, where the fuck was you at? Everybody seemed to be outside, out front. You know, where are you at, Milan? Why you not out here chilling with your boy who just got his lock snatched out his head? Jonathan should get his own show about his business and life. Jonathan deserves a show. At this point, they'd be a fool not to use that money to good use. Put that money to good use. Milan boy looked like True from Carbonation. I know you're talking about y'all about to make me late. Oh, no. There's nothing sexy about Milan Christopher. He actually gives off grimy, dirty vibes. No, he didn't call the goons and got hit. How you call the goons and then get the goons beat up? You forever, I'm telling you, forever look like a word dog. I ain't coming. I'm good on that. Yes, they was hoping to bully helmet wearing short bus riding Mr. Delivery. Yes, they were. Thank God Andrew likes the women's now. Okay. That's what he's gonna be telling himself. All right, and then so the next clip is of them now. So here's another thing that I'm noticing about this show is that it's a lot of, if you do it, I'm gonna do it too. Like, I'm starting to notice it's a lot of followers and not a lot of leaders. So I was looking at this one episode where they were saying, like, they were talking about what went on. The guys got together around the pool. They were talking about what was going on. And the topic of, are y'all gonna tell the police what actually happened, came up. And these niggas, check out how they went about this conversation. I just said, well, wow. That's interesting because
Bitch, you go out there.
Bitch, I didn't see shit.
Exactly.
First of all,
Same thing I'm gonna tell him.
I don't got all the facts. Milan know what happened. The other boy know what happened. I ain't even talk to no police. I don't talk to no police. Do I look like I talk to police?
I definitely don't talk to police.
Me and police.
so now no one is going to talk to the police about the incident that went on, the incident that occurred, the fight. And I thought that was a little like, okay, a little shady, given that, you know, if any one of them would have been in this situation, they definitely would have carry on. Definitely would have had, you know, talked to the police. Gutter would have definitely talked to the police. Relly B would have definitely talked to the police. So I was like, okay, so there's some shade here. But Anthony goes on to say, you know, he's my friend. Both of them are my friend. Milan's my friend and Jonathan my friend. I don't want to get in it. And we know now that they're not friends, Milan or Anthony, but he don't want to get in it. And so I said, oh, this is where I can start seeing the divide of their friendship. Like I can start seeing at this point where there's a little begin to shift off. So I'm gonna stay tuned to their dynamic based off of this incident right here. Now we get into the point where Milan is talking to the police, and it's just so crazy to see how amped up he gets with the police around. How all of a sudden, you know, he has this bravado-ness, and I'm just like, here we go. Here's Milan.
Okay. As I watch the video, I see Gutta and Rails outside at the same time as Jonathan is chasing Rio around with the chair. So I'm a little confused. If Jonathan pulls up to a house with 3 of his friends and Gutta and Rails is outside while Rio was outside getting chased, why wouldn't Gutta or Rails come upstairs and get me?
I'm gonna upload that video, and I'm gonna send you a link where you can send it to. It's so clear on there.
After watching my friend bleed out from being attacked when he thought he was sitting outside alone and enjoying the place that he was gonna be staying at for the rest of his time in LA, and Rio's on his way to the hospital, I became infuriated. A nigga walked through that gate.
So at this point now, all of a sudden he's infuriated at what happened. This is what gets me about this scene. I would have been infuriated the first time that the dude came in my room and something went off. Why are we infuriated now? Now all of a sudden you're infuriated because it was a chair involved. The excessiveness here don't matter to me. So I'm sitting here watching him explain this shit, and I'm like, it sounds like he's trying to leave the show himself.
With 5 motherfucking people, while an innocent motherfucker is sitting on here on his cell phone, he picks up a chair and comes in there and attack him. Knowing ain't no security guards here. With the mother, like, this was weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was weird, all right. So now we get to see his real true colors. Point blank period. Milan's true colors. This whole episode was really based off Milan, the dynamic between Milan and Jonathan, and who will really win. Who's gonna really win? And it's so fucked up because Jonathan won this battle, but because he won this battle and Milan is, I guess, the token guy in this show, Jonathan is gone. So we're stuck to deal with how Milan handles the aftermath of this issue, whether we like it or not. And that's where I'm at. I'm sitting here like, here we go. You called the police. Why didn't you all call the police when Carrion got punched in the face? Like, why now? Because your friend got involved and they made you look bad, so now you want to take some action? Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. I said this originally. You're not Bad Boys LA. You could do Bad Boys ATL or Bad Boys not LA. Not how them niggas trying to give it up. All right. So then the last scene that they, leave us out on is this scene. Now, all of a sudden now we get the introduction of Rio as the cast member, and everyone is sitting around looking like, okay, so who is this nigga after he done got his ass beat, and why is he here? And Milan sits his ass comfortably on the couch and introduces this guy as this guy has been beat up 3 times. And I'm sitting here looking like, you both come down here and sit your ass down. I wouldn't have.
Here comes Milan and this boy. And it's weird because it's like, why are you here?
I'm getting to know who Rio is just by, him being at the house, but no one really understands why Rio is even here.
that's Milan's friend, so I'm just like, did he bring him in for protection? Did he bring him in to jump Jonathan? Like, I'm just like, what's next of this crazy ass shit?
First of all, let's go on Dylan. Dylan, you had no role this entire episode, so you should be happy. You should be in the confessionals happy. Like, oh my God, I get to talk. So let me tell you, why you acting like you over it? Bitch, we over you. We done told you should have been walked out the house. Now Jonathan walked out. You should have been behind him. You really give no purpose on this show at all, but to add the fact that you're white to diversify the show. And shame on Natalie Nunn and the network for not filling that hole of somebody else who's authentically white to be on this show. They don't have to play black or anything like that. Just be yourself. You can be cool in the pop and all that shit. That would be a great dynamic to see. You got Dylan over here acting like a old chameleon. It's just disgusting. Talking about some what you say? What you say again?
I'm just like, what's next of this crazy ass shit?
Boy, you should hope that you're getting some drama. You stir the pot. What the fuck?
Well, first of all, I want to formally introduce Rio to the house. He's gonna be staying here with us.
And that is how they left us, with the fact that he's going to be staying with the housemates. They move on to show us highlights for the next episode. They're working on a music video for their song. They're back in the studio. They really didn't give us any details on anything of the Jonathan and Milan nature, and actually no fights. There was no like upcoming fights that I could see in the trailer. So I'm not sure what the next episode is going to be based off on. But at this point, I feel like they need to bring in some new people to the show, and they need to be total opposites of Milan, because we all liked and enjoyed the dynamic of Jonathan versus Milan. Milan cannot lead no household. Either you can lead it or you can't, and unfortunately he can't. You can't half lead it and then not lead it, because no one's going to look at you with integrity anymore. So like right now, he's going to be in a fucking bubble. Everyone's going to feel like they can say whatever they want or do whatever they want in that house. You needed a Jonathan. That's going to be like, whoa, nigga, what? You know? I hope that next episode I don't want to say there's a fight, but I hope that there's a conversation between Rio and Milan about, yo, bro, where was you? What happened? Like, and I hope they're not friends to this day. I hate to say that shit, because there ain't no way you got my ass beat on national camera like that. Like, I got my ass whooped on national camera at the expense of you on Bad Boys LA, and you ain't nothing happened to you. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Nope, not at all. So, it was an interesting episode. Only a 42-minute episode. Wasn't that long. So that's how I start feeling like we're getting down to the wire when it comes to this show. What you say? Milan have this bravado, but when it becomes real, he become pussy. Oh yeah, I could tell. You could always tell it, because he only goes hard on certain things with certain people. And I was just watching that. I'll be watching that throughout the show. I'm like, you don't really give it up like that. That's how I knew Carry On didn't give it up like that. I'm like, you now all of a sudden you apologize into Milan out of all people. Fuck him. The viewers should have been the ones to vote if Jonathan stayed or goes. Yeah, because Jonathan would have definitely stayed. And he said it. These ain't no fucking bad boys. If Dylan was smart, he would have given funny commentary in his confessionals, but it's a waste of time and for production to give Milan that much power is dumb. I swear, Dylan, at this point, it's just a sore thumb just sitting there. And it's so unfortunate because he don't know how to be himself. He's so uncomfortable. There's a scene, I was looking at it, like, I don't even want to pull this out, but there's a scene where he's walking with Curtis and they're talking about like what just happened. And Curtis stopped and said, "Don't call me girl." Like, hey, because he's girl, bitch. You don't address me like that. I'm different in the house. And it was just very weird. Like, he has no backbone, or he doesn't know how to be himself, and he's only doing it to be on the show. It's like, ugh, you might as well just go home and look in the mirror. I would have started laughing when he said that Rio is a new house guest. Hey, good morning, Anthony. Good morning. It's good to see you. Happy Monday. Nothing about Milan says alpha, beta, delta. That man can't lead. No, he wouldn't be leading me in no fucking house. I told him, if you don't get them dicks, and them asses off the fucking table upstairs in your room. What are we doing here? That's where we eat, nigga. That's the first thing I would have been saying. What are we doing? What is this? What's all this shit you got? This product and shit you got on the table? Yeah, so that's what I thought of this episode. It wasn't really too much for me to digest and dissect. Do you all watch the Bad Boys LA? Do you have the Zeus subscription? I just want to double check. Like, do you all actually watch it? It comes on at 8 o'clock every Sunday on Zeus. They drop the episode. I just want to make sure that you are, if you not, you get a subscription. It's like $4.99 a month. It's worth it if you want to watch the show. I don't want to put out the fact that people come and don't watch the show here because I don't want to be flagged down to my ass. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. This was a great morning. Thank you all. I just be watching clips on YouTube and listen to your reviews. Okay, I was wondering if folks are actually watching the show. Yeah, it's a weird. This has been a weird show. I feel like they've gone about it backwards. Like, instead of introducing them the way we're seeing them now, and then leading to that shit, we're getting to see the real them now from how the fake that it was just like poor production. I don't understand why the people behind the scenes didn't do a real good job of building the characters before all the bullshit started. Like, we should have been building characters the first 3 episodes. Teamwork, collaboration, mixing them up, getting assignments done. Who can put on the best party? Fundraisers. Who gonna throw the best fundraiser? Who gonna make the best beat, song, pair them together, and then start leading into the drama shit. But now we got the drama, and then now you want to start giving us the mixy shit. You just make us now start sort of looking at them. It makes the show unreal. You start being like, oh, okay, this girl, we know that. Like, and then it just makes you wonder, like, what would have Andrew Caldwell, what would he have done during all of this? You think he would have been at the parties dancing with the strippers there? Like, really? How did y'all even get him on? How did that work? How did you finagle him to even believe that he was going to be a fit on this show as we watch it? Paul, do you think he would have been able to handle getting slapped? Can you imagine Caldwell getting hit? I don't watch it, but I'm here for your reviews that you give. Thank you, Black One Swan B1. Thank you. Good morning, Zap. All right, y'all. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm about to get my day started. I hope you all have a good day, a good Monday, a good start of your week, your work week. And those who catching the replay, I appreciate you for being here, catching the replay. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it out. I love the support. I appreciate the support.